What's up?
Hey, what up? It's your girl Monicazation in the house with some people from ATL, Atlanta.
Yeah.
We got Musa. Musa. Musa,
yeah.
look at Musa wearing white, looking good. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up, yo. And then we have Solita.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Girl, you gotta come close to the mic, except you're scared of the mic. Are you scared of the mic? No, you're not scared of the mic. You're not scared of the mic. We're ready to go hit this up. And today, Big Papi, what are we talking about?
It's going about with the dilemma of life insurance.
Life insurance.
Yes.
You know, somebody was talking about, like, why are you saying life insurance? You should be talking about debt insurance.
It should be.
Because you know what? People get the money. No, other people get the money.
Not that.
You don't get the money. Other people get the money when you die or when the person dies. I know nobody wants to talk about death, but you know what? It's inevitable. You're gonna die whether you like it or not. It's something. There's nothing that is
It's not forbidden.
No, there's nothing that is for sure.
Right.
Unlike life insurance.
No, you're right.
About life and death. That's for sure. Except of course, depending on your belief. Maybe you might disappear from here.
They're both holding hand. One day you're alive, another day you might be
Good.
dead. You never
Yeah.
know.
Yep.
That's true.
We're joking about this, but you know what? I'm gonna talk from my own perspective. As a black woman, as an African, put it that way. I'm not gonna say as an American because I'm an African first. I'm a black African first. A lot of Africans don't like to talk about death. You talk about that, they're scared of you. They're like, what? You want to kill me? Why we got to talk about this?
They run away from you right away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about that because it's the fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
You know, I've owned an insurance company now for over 20 years. I do property and casualty, like you all know. I don't do life insurance. But the most thing that I talk about is life insurance. Why do I talk about life insurance? Because I've seen people standing with me today and tomorrow they're gone.
That's true.
Really sad, but it happened.
And in my community, what happens next? People start knocking on your door.
Oh,
Please come and donate.
there comes the
Please,
body back.
I mean, after you cry for a second, the next thing now, all we're talking about is people.
Funeral.
It's funerals.
Yep.
You know, people talk about the funeral. So, Musa, when I talk about life insurance and death insurance, what comes to your mind?
A lot of stuff. For me, I've never believed in life insurance based on what I've been told, what I've heard, how it can really mess family up. Most especially if you have a greedy partner and they know money might come out from it big time. So for me, it's not something until now that I'm starting to go deeper and I want to know more about life insurance, talking to people like Monica. It's never been something I was interested in. I've never been interested of having life policy.
So when you're talking about life insurance, you're thinking about your death.
Yes.
That somebody's gonna kill you because of money.
Yes. Greed.
That's one of the bigger curses.
So-
They're gonna kill each other.
Yes.
So Xavier, I'm gonna ask you the same question. So when we talk about life or death insurance, what comes to mind?
Well, when it comes to me,
Come close to the mic.
When it comes to me, I'll be quite honest. Sometimes people see it as a business because it been a lot of scam. But if you do the real homework, what is it about? It's like, to me, it's like not to let the family behind with the struggle
Exactly.
after the person is there. Because like, it's like more people, they just join the life, but like they don't put like a breakdown. It's like, what happened is like my mom or my dad died. Who's gonna pay for it? And all that. So I think like it's a good option. But you gotta be careful with the person that you're gonna do with, because there's a lot of scam these days too.
So Lita, what about you? When it comes to life insurance, what comes to mind? Life or death insurance?
To me, I always tell my parents all the time, I said, do you have life insurance? Life insurance to me is really important because you don't want, like he was saying, that you don't want to leave people with the struggle, and you always have to plan ahead because anything can happen, expenses, anything. That's very true what he said. And you always have to, always have to, on top of my head, thinking that you got to, I'm a little nervous. Y'all.
Don't be nervous. Please feel comfortable.
You feel like comfortable, you're like in the
Speak
couch.
from your heart. Say what you feel.
Right. right,
That's
right.
why you think what you
But,
feel, what you seen.
Yeah.
I see a lot that if you don't even have life insurance, I see a lot of death in my family, and then you have to figure out, oh, who's gonna pay for the burial? Who's gonna pay for this? And it comes very expensive. And then you think about, I remember my niece just passed away. She had 2 life insurance policies. She didn't know she was going to pass. But just because she did that I was like, she didn't even know, but she had that. And it helped her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The family wasn't fighting over money. They knew that they had to put her place safe. They had to put her safe. So to me, it made me look at life insurance a different way. You always have to plan ahead because you have to think about other people, not just yourself.
Today we talk about everything and anything here, and we were just talking. Me and Big Papi were just talking about life insurance. Like, you know what, we got to talk about life insurance. You know, today I got a call from a client. I see a lot of them, people from all over the world. You know, Afghanistan, Kuwait, Iraq,
Everywhere.
Ukraine, whatever it is, they walk through this door. You get me? And today I got a call from one of, a client of mine. Like, the wife called me, crying. I was like, hey, what's up? I'm like, how are you? Like, not good. I was like, oh, I know she had a problem before. I was like, what's the problem? Oh, so and so died. I was like, oh, shit. I wasn't thinking about anything else, but like, say, Monica, I don't have any money. We don't have any money. We're trying to think about how we're going to bury it. And in my head, I'm like, dude, you got to think, this is something you got to think about. Because, first of all, I mean, the people that don't want to buy life insurance mostly are people like, oh, I'm healthy, I'm fine. Look, a 5-year-old person can die. Even a month-old baby can die.
Of course.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's not about age. It's not about anything. I mean, of course. It's not something you want to think about. But guess what? As we're talking right now, was like, okay, who are we going to talk to? We're going to call people and start begging.
Yeah. It hits big. When it happens, it hits big. And people, when it happens, you're like, oh, what do we do? Did you get life insurance? That's the most important question. Did you think about it? And then later on, before it happened? Not when you get sick. When you start to get real sick and you're like, I think I might need to get some life insurance. I don't think I'm going to make it for the past 2-3 years. You think about it ahead of time.
If you have underlying conditions, it's worse.
Yes, it is.
Okay, but can I ask a question, Monica? Monica is a professional in this field. Why do insurance company always want to make you go through hell if you want insurance life policy?
No, they don't.
No,
it's one of the simplest.
They want to make you to go through tests.
Of course.
They want to make you to go through, they'll ask you, have you ever suffered from, do you smoke, do you do all of, so why?
It's a business.
Okay.
It's a business. Look, okay, let's think about it, because I don't do life insurance.
Okay.
I do property and casualty. I purposely don't do life insurance for a lot of reasons, okay? And one thing you got to think about is when you have a teenager getting a license, right? The insurance is more expensive, right? Yeah. Why? Because of the...
You tend to be more reckless.
Experience.
Yes, experience. And then, okay, 3 people now, you smoke, you have, God forbid, you don't have all these things, but I'm just give you an example. You have like a heart problem and they're like, so this guy might not live to 30 years old, and this guy smokes, he has like 10 years of his life, you know what I'm saying? So they have to do the math. Remember, this is a capitalist country and everybody wants to make profit. Despite the fact that they're trying to sell you life insurance, they also want to make profit too, right? So that they can be able to pay A, B, C, D, and they still make money from it. You know what I'm saying?
Since it's a life insurance, isn't that the reason why they should be selling it even to more sicker people who is in sick bed?
No,
you gotta remember about the profit.
Yeah, that's the thing.
In between, innit?
So insurance, in a way, it's about business.
A business that you're not gonna make a profit, even though it's not about.
Okay, but the way they make it sound, they always make it sound as if they're giving you help. We're going to pay your expenses if anything ever happened to you. They don't make us think, oh, we're doing it for business. So it's also like, them doing business out of people.
Business. Everything is business.
I mean,
anybody that tells you that it's not for business is not telling you the truth. I want you to tell me the whole truth. I remember when I was talking to this lady, she was like 75 years old. I was like, Ma, do you have life insurance like Monica? Call it the right name. It's called death insurance. I was like, I thought about it. Like, yeah, do you have? And they're like, no, I don't want no death insurance. Anybody can bury me. When I die, they take care of me. I don't care. I was like, Ma, that's very selfish.
Yeah.
Because if you're thinking that everybody should bury you,
Some people might not bury you right. Some people probably.
It's not even about burying you right. It's about the fact that you're putting your responsibilities on other people.
Yeah.
Sure.
You should you should
Like,
think about it. You know, when it comes to traditions, let's talk about what Musa you just said.
Mm-hmm.
You said something about the people want to kill you, right? They don't want somebody to kill me because of life insurance,
Yes.
which 99.9% of the people say
Yes.
because of what happens in the world. But you gotta look at it this way. Life insurance, God forbid. Again, we're being realistic now. God forbid you have 4 kids. Let's say 2 kids. Let's just say 2 kids. Okay. These kids are in high school, or let's just say they're in high school. They, something happens. You are the lifeline of funds. You take care of them.
Yeah.
You pay their school. You take care of them before they go to college. Think about if the lifeline is cut off, what happens?
Who's gonna take care of
They fall into like, what do we have? You get me? So yes, I know that it is important to think about like, my girl is gonna kill me because of women, which happens all the time.
Yes.
But you also have to think of the fact that say, okay, if I go, you have to weigh the costs. What is the consequences of me not having life insurance to take care of Ma? And then not just your kids. Then you got Ma, you got Dad, you got your uncles, your cousins, the people that are surrounding you, your home. Like, assuming, God forbid, something happens to you and you have this big house. Who's going to pay that off? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Life insurance pays off all this stuff. You get me? It helps you out. And sometimes if you're being scared about, she going to kill me or he going to kill me, do it and don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
That's
Do it.
That's another
Do it,
level,
and
yeah.
next-
Do it, keep it to yourself.
A lot of people do that. You're supposed to do it. Do it on your own time. Don't tell nobody, and that's the safest way you can do it.
Well, I've seen a lot
It should
of
be
cases.
something that should be done low key.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
all
Thank
depending
you.
if you got sense of
You know,
fear. You know
but
what
now,
I'm saying?
how you want to hide stuff like that from your partner?
It's true.
How you want to hide stuff like that from your partner, though?
It all depends. It all
Yeah.
depends on
the trust issue.
your relationship.
Okay.
You can love the person from here till the end of the world. If she or he's gonna kill you, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
So it's all about God. Please save me. Like my home. I have life insurance. I have everything with my partner. You get me? And we talk about it. And then I have another insurance again that I do for Ma, Pa, and my siblings because I am the breadwinner.
Right.
If I die, my mom don't got no money. My dad ain't got nothing.
Right.
My younger ones will not have. So I do what I have to do. Instead of eating Burger King and blah, 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 I keep some on the side. It's like, this is for my mom and dad. You get me? So in case something happens to me, they're covered. So like when I go out, I'm good.
Right.
I'm not scared. I'm not like something's going to happen. No. And then I have with my partner. I was like, listen, guys, if you die, I got money. If I die, you got money. I sign it off. We signed with both of us. We're good. We signed it off because I know it's dangerous. I know we watch TV every day. People kill you for $30,000. They give you $10,000.
Yes.
They do.
Drug addicts will kill you for $5.
Yes. Look at the program on TV that is called America Great. It's about policy most of the time. People kill people, your own partner becomes your enemy. So me as a person, yes, if this is a good conversation we are really having. I really, wish every, youth of your age should start looking into doing more of protecting insurance as they go. But I'm still scared of that part of partnership when it comes to it.
I don't blame you.
I'm still
It's
really
like
scared of that.
it's like a big scan. Like they done it before, so it take a lot of ground because like you want to be safe, but at the same time you don't know if you want to trust that person how safe that you want to be.
That's it.
I don't blame you at all,
Yeah.
bro. It's like how could I say this? It's like all men go through this. Like, should I trust that person that I'm with?
All men or all humans.
I would say all human, but most of the time men.
Why?
Because most of the time
Men are more
men
vulnerable.
are the one that get killed.
Yes.
No,
men are more
most of the time, sometimes the men
Sometimes-
kill the wives for
Yeah.
the insurance money too, and would kill the kids.
Yeah, because
Just
you go
for the
both ways.
insurance man. You seen stories about that?
Yes, but I ain't saying like that. But I'm saying when it comes to the fear,
Okay.
most of the time, us take it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you want to do this? And the woman like, yeah, I want to do this. But most of the time when men want to do life insurance, like you said, he wanna do it, but he might wanna keep it low key. But then how we gonna keep that low key to your wife? You feel me?
For you to be in a relationship where you are scared of your partner, you shouldn't be in that relationship in the first place. And then it's all by the grace of God. Because I keep telling my husband, I was like, listen, dude, you want money? Take it all. Don't kill me, dude. Because I think I'm worth more money than I'm like. So you gotta plead your case. You gotta plead your case. And ladies, don't be lazy. Don't be waiting for the guy to bring the money to the house.
Right.
You bring the money. Listen, I'm very proud to talk about myself. I don't care about nobody else. I tell people, like, listen, I work hard. I make my own money. I work hard to take care of my family. I always tell my husband, he might laugh and say, you're crazy, baby. You think I'm going to kill you? Listen, I got my mom to take care of. I got my dad to take care of. I got a lot of people. Please don't kill me.
Right.
And you have the password to all the bank accounts. Take money.
Right.
We ain't going to fight. Plead your case while alive. Because when you do that, because see, some people get vindictive when you're so secretive. You hide all your money. You get this. Guess I think like, okay, keep hiding it. I'm gonna take it all from you. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But if you put it out there, because I tell you, I mean, this is a totally different discussion. I'm not the best discussion person. I'm not a God help me.
Just throw it up there, you know.
What I'm trying to say is stay alive for another day. Work it out. You know, tell the husband or the boyfriend or the other person, like, listen, we're gonna work hard on this. I'm making money, but please, if there's anything, let's talk about it. Don't take your. Do you see a lot of men killing their wives?
Yes.
You're talking about that it's just the women killing men? No, men are killing women. Like in my community, like the nurses. I'm sorry, I'll let you talk. The nurses, they start making big money, and it's like the guy is nothing. Then the guys start becoming small. They pick up the gun and kill the woman. It's not anything to do with life insurance. So listen, not only life insurance that can kill you, a lot of other things can kill you, and a lot of things that happen like this is.
So, but now you guys gotta understand something. Women easily get attached to whatever they like. A man can have things to do with a woman and never fall in love with that woman. Women are easily convinced to hurt their husbands if they're not happy in a relationship. Men can walk away. Women can fall in love.
That is generalization.
No, but it's what it is.
Can be stereotyped.
Men can have 3 wives and still love all of them equally. A woman can have.
This one African. I love this one.
A woman can never love.
This is an allergy talking. Allergy Idris.
Oh, buddy.
Allergy Idris is talking about 3 wives now.
Hey, don't forget we're in America. Don't forget we're in America. Just like Monica said, remember, you cannot have to go.
No. Stop. In what's that place? Where's that place? Help me out. Where they have like many wives, not legally in the book.
Oh yeah, that white guy with a lot of wives.
Who?
What state is it?
There's this guy.
Shit, that's where Mitt Romney is.
I don't know.
Anyway, come to me. Listen, right now in America, a lot of men got many women. Because first of all, this is a different topic now.
Yes.
A lot of guys are now into men.
Yes, it's a lot in Atlanta like that.
And the women are just sitting there, they're no men.
Yeah, right.
So, what do you want? So one man got like 3, 4 wives, and now women are going to women. You get me? But it's not the same about men going for women. I'm sorry, guys. Please forgive me if I'm getting off topic. But it makes a lot of sense so that if a man has a lot of wives when it comes to the will, like for things, it's going to be very difficult for the woman or for the woman to kill the man. Because there's a lot of wives in the picture.
Yeah.
It sounds like a scary movie.
Now
it sounds like a scary movie. Who's gonna steal the husband?
No, but it has always been there, even in the Bible, and as old as the world is, there's always going to be multiple women to one man. It's
no, but what's that got to do with life insurance, though?
What I'm saying here is this: it comes to the same picture. If you have multiple wives and you have bunch of kids,
yes,
who are you doing this insurance for? For your family, right?
Yes.
It's a 50-50 thing. If a policy does not have who gets the higher share when you're no longer alive, depending on except you have a will. Me, I think, it comes to this will thing. I prefer will. For me, if I want to have a life policy, I want to do a will before a life policy.
No, you should do it together.
Okay.
See, listen.
How that work?
A will is your wishes.
But how the will?
But if you don't have life insurance, what will are you writing? What are you leaving to
What
anybody?
if you have properties? You have investment. You have properties all around.
Yeah, those are those. See, okay.
I have a quick question. So I know the will is like it being forever. It's like an old tradition. So how can you combine the will with life insurance?
Okay, let me answer the question. So when you buy your life insurance, they're going to ask you, who is your next of kin? Who are you leaving this money to? Okay, how many percentage? Even like a 401k, they're going to say, how are you going to share this thing out? So that's where this comes to play. You write it down. You get me? But apart from having that, sharing it, you can go to an attorney or go to somebody like a counselor and tell them, this is what I want. When I die, I don't want to be buried in the ground. I want to be burned. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I have $500 million in my bank. I want Monica to get this. I want Idris to get this. I want Xavier to get this. I want Solita to get this. You know what I'm saying? You break it down. There's no fight. I don't want to put it in percentages because I don't know. Most people don't leave wills. Most people don't talk about it. These are things people don't want to talk about, but this makes life so easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because when it is written and given to an attorney, simple.
Yeah.
There's nothing to discuss. So why don't most of us have this? Because we're saying, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. But tomorrow might never come.
Yes.
And then you're gone. You get me? So sometimes if you have like a lot of wives and stuff like that, the will is your best tool.
Yeah.
The will would share it among. Nobody's going to fight. Because if you don't, I have a situation in Abuja where a friend of mine died. He had he had a wife that is and it's a Muslim community. He had a wife, love of his life that he loved so much. But guess what happened? He had no will. So when he died, guess what they did to the wife? They told the woman to get out of the house.
That's what.
They're not having children together?
One child. But the man had other kids before. Okay. So when the man died, they said, hey, they had to come together and share the thing. You understand? And they said, Mama, you got to go. You cannot stay in this house. But the man really built that house for the woman.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Because he loved her so much. But he never knew he was going to die. You know what I'm saying? I have another situation. These are real life stories. I have another situation where this man was, a little bit older, and he died. And this is in the Igbo culture. They just packed the load of the woman and said, start going to your father's house, your village. Because when we married you, we paid for you. Now, our brother is dead. All right, go.
Wow.
Yeah, but that does happen commonly. When
only if there's no will.
Yes. But if you also
so they
don't
feel
have
like they have no use for you anymore.
No use, because they've been very wicked. I'll say wicked. I don't want to say this is culture because I don't know what kind of freaking culture that is.
It's like I think they don't entitle like in the culture school to teach it. Like they don't, like there's a bunch of people that they don't know what's a will.
No, but we are like in our country we're very we're very smart people.
But I'm saying here in school they don't talk about this.
Oh no. Right. But
like
the thing
they don't encourage the kid this day to know what it's like. Like all where we from, most of the time we do it. But out here, they talk about you don't want to bring a family feel into this. You don't want this. They don't teach you here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to like.
But if like we're talking about like your will, but if the guy, my friend had left a will, they'll go to the end of the world with a cut. No, but what are you talking about? They'll send you out. So it all depends on your planning. One thing is very, for sure, we're all gonna die. I have a friend. I don't like calling colors or things, but I had a friend one day that told me, like, Monica, why is it that every time when an African person dies, you gotta wait for 3 months, 5 months, 6 months to bury that person, and you start looking for money all over the place? You start raising groups, put you in a circle of friends, this, that. Every freaking minute you see somebody putting you in their thing, you get me? Because they're looking for money. Why is that? Why don't you guys just bury these people? I'm like, it's not our culture. No, it's a shame. This shouldn't be anything about culture. This should be about you being prepared. You get me? But a lot of my friends from another culture, when they die, within 7 days, 5 days, they buried.
Yeah.
The Muslim community. The Muslim community, they don't play that shit.
We buried the same
You
day.
gone, you're buried.
Yeah.
I love that culture so much. I mean, if there's anything that I love about that culture, that is it. You don't keep the person, be looking for money, you just bury that person, go. You know what I'm saying? But that apart, it's not about burying the person. See, it's simple to say it here. But they must get the money.
What money?
To do the burial.
In the Muslim community, we don't do no burials.
Where do you do?
Once you're dead, we call it sadaqah. It's like a prayer that is, that will be meant for you and your family. And that prayer costs as little as nothing. Nobody eats food, nobody drinks. Not like we don't eat, but it's not like the Christian religion where there's party, people are dancing and celebrating. I don't have any issues with that. That's how they want to celebrate that. But in the Muslim culture, you're not even allowed to bury somebody with a casket. Just a white piece of cloth. The reason is that the way you come, that's how you're going. You came naked to the world. So you're going to go like that. So we wrap you around the white cloth, put you in the hole, bury you. Then there's a 3 days sadaqah, there's a 7 days, and there's a 40 days. The 3 days, all the family comes together. We just pray. We get an imam. Imam come, pray for the family, pray for the dead. But now once you're dead, once you confirm dead by your family members, the same day you gotta go. You got to be laid to rest.
I know, but where are they laying you?
In the grave.
Who pays for the grave?
In every...
Put your mic down a little. Put the thing down because I can see your face. Yeah, okay. Good. I can see your face a little. Yeah, then raise the thing up.
In every Muslim religion,
yes,
the mosque can help you. We don't necessarily need. I've never seen a Muslim person. I'm a Muslim. I've never seen a Muslim person that died and there's a group formed for him. No. Wow. If the family cannot take care of you, the mosque will take care of you.
Wow. That's a religion that is like taking care of its own.
That's a religion that you can count on.
Taking care of its own. For real? I mean, for real?
I never knew that.
They don't need your kids, your brother, your sister to be there for them to bury you. Once you die, now, you'll be buried today if you're a Muslim.
No. Let's take it back because this is America. Yeah. We're not talking about Nigeria. We're not talking about that.
It's the same here.
So how do they get the grave right away?
The grave, that's why the Muslim graves are separate from the Christian graveyards.
Oh, they do? I don't know that.
I never knew that.
See, we're learning something.
Yeah, they don't use the same.
I didn't know that part. I never knew that.
We don't use the same.
Think about it. It's a Christian. When you go to a grave, it's all mostly Christians. If you think about it now, I never knew that.
No, we don't use the same graveyard.
Just like Catholics.
We don't have
Catholics have their own graveyard. Catholics have the same.
Yeah.
And we don't use tombstones. Once you're dead, you bury.
So what did they use?
We just pour. We can. There's a little brick. They can just write your name and put it there.
A brick.
Because a brick. Within 3 years, that grave must be used again. Somebody else must go inside.
So bodies on top of bodies on top of bodies.
So if you think there's never, since you've been noticing religions, have you ever seen a Muslim person that died? That anybody tell you that Muslim brother died and needs money? No.
It's funny. I've been here over 30 years plus. This is the first time I
never heard this.
I'm actually I'm trying to process what you're saying because I asked how do you get the thing? So you go to the Muslim grave. So it's like you bury people in the same place over and over.
You've been working with
because you become like dust.
Yes, dust. We came in dust and we're going in dust. You've been working with thousands of people. They're working here every day. You want to tell me you don't know Muslims? There's a lot of Muslims coming in.
What are you talking about? I don't know Muslims. Is it not
Okay.
because we're talking now that
Thank
I'm
you.
getting to learn?
So
I'm beginning to
how
learn.
many Muslims have you ever heard that they passed on? The family member comes to you. You don't see them.
Nah.
You will never see one. I can tell you. If you're not a Muslim, you probably will never hear the dates of the day. As soon as they die, they've been buried. If it's one Muslim man that is around, he's going to pray for him and is going to go lay him to rest. We don't look for no money. We never did no party when a Muslim brother or a Muslim sister dies. We don't do none of that. And that's how it has been. That's our culture.
So you are allowed to dig on. I mean, of course they do that here. If you don't pay your rent, dude, they put in somebody. They taking you out. They putting. So when they're going to put somebody on top of that other person, the bones doesn't just turn to dust.
No, you see the way the Muslim.
I don't know about death.
What's the process? I would like
I
would like to know about the
now,
process.
when the
He
Muslim
got me
person
intrigued now.
dies, now like the Christian religion, for example. I'm not trying to, I don't know much about it, but with the Christian religions, you can see one person having one big space with so many tombstones, such a huge space, just to lay one man to rest. As a Muslim, if you die, they don't lay you to rest in your back. You're being laid to rest in your side.
See?
They lay you to rest on your side. So as little as this space, it can take up to 20 people. We the Muslim believe once you're gone, you're gone.
I know, because it's really true. Though.
In the name of God,
when you're
we
gone,
come.
you're gone.
Yes, in the name
You're like
of God,
dust.
we come.
Yeah.
In the name of God, we're going. Once you're dead, you're dead. You're gone. They don't need to take you to hospital, try to revive you. Once you're gone, you're gone.
There's so much beautiful things about the Muslim. I should have asked my mom because my mom grew up in that community. But I don't know these things. And they said that every day is a classroom. Every day you learn. Nobody knows everything. But when we're taking it back now to life insurance, does it mean that we don't have to spend so much? The mosque or the family takes care of your remains and stuff like that. So you don't get into
No.
soliciting for funds.
No.
That kind of it saves a lot of stress from people. So but how would you look at that? Thinking about what you just said now, do you think you will think of getting life insurance?
Yeah, if I would ever think of getting one, I'll probably think about it because of the generation we're living today. For my kids.
Yes, that's what I was waiting to hear.
For my kids, not for my partner. And if I have my way, I'll probably not let my partner to be aware of it.
But I think maybe you're thinking that way too is because maybe lack of love. Because if you say not for your partner, because I would be very sad to hear my husband tell me, I'll take care of my kids, but not you. What are we doing together? Because you know what? I will take care of my husband. If something goes wrong, I'll take care of my husband.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I take care of my husband. You get me? I know it's scary, but when the head, it's like the head of the snake. When the head of the snake is cut off, their body is dead, right?
Yeah.
There's no strength. There's no thing because I remember I'm going like maybe 12 years back because you're talking about the Muslim community. I had a lady, she's Muslim, and she didn't do nothing. The husband did everything. So when he died, when she came to my office, I was looking at her. I was like, wow. She was pampered. She didn't even know how to write the check. She didn't even know how to sign the check. I started helping her and teaching her. She started getting stronger. You get me? So in this situation now, this man did everything for this woman. And he took care. Oh my goodness. There was never a time this lady lacked for anything. Everything was done. He came there, she was just a wife. And she came there, she was sitting there crying. And I remember, God is my witness. I remember helping her, teaching her all this. And I told her, you got to be independent, mama. You don't have your husband now. So you got to be husband and wife and take care of the children. And she became strong. And she did things. You get me? I don't know if she had life insurance. I don't know anything about that. But I know that this woman, it's not every day you walk into an office that people can help you. My office is like a one-stop shop. It's like a doctor's office. It's like a lawyer's office. It's like everything.
You never know what you're gonna
I
get
am-
yourself into. Hey, we go through
I am
everything.
a lot of
Where
things
goes
to
the
my
lawyer?
clients.
You never know.
Yeah.
It's just
And I'm
every
proud
day
to
bring
say
your
that.
own outcome.
This is one-stop shop.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm very proud to say that because I think we all have a gift. in this world to do. We have work. If you know your purpose, you're good. You get me? And so, when you're talking about that, I remember that lady, sometimes you'll be surprised. Like me, God, I don't want to talk about debt, but we're talking about debt, If my husband is not here anymore, there's so much things my husband does that I'm like, how am I going to survive? You get me? He does so many things for me, And I think about it, and sometimes because he fights me about all these kind of things, like he's not like into life insurance. What do we need life insurance for? We have this, we have that. I say, no, we need more. In case something happens, we need somebody to fall back on. The good news is that you cannot be the same. Your husband and wife, you guys, or partners, whatever it is, this might be fire, this might be water. You know what I'm saying? That's why it works. You get me? You get to educate each other and say, hey, this is what we need to do and this is what not to do, So, guys, am I hoping that living here today, we're thinking about, dude, am I going to get life insurance? I'm asking, Musa Alahaji, Musa Idris, is this something that you could cross your mind? Even if you're too scared, you go get it on the side or whatever.
Well, I haven't had this conversation. It has actually thrown more light to having, life policy. I think I'll really think about it better than I used to.
Yeah.
It's something I'm going to really put under consideration.
For the value.
Yes, for the value.
It's not even, sometimes it's not even the money. It's about the comfort, and it's about like you having a will. Like, hey, something happens in this. And again, mostly to men and women that are scared of what my partner would do to me, do it privately. Mm-hmm. Just do it. I had a guy that I was talking to one time, and he married this. He's an African guy, and he said when he bought life insurance, he slept with only one eye.
Oh wow!
He said, Monica, that is the day I stopped sleeping. I couldn't sleep anymore.
That's what it is.
I remember when
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men get scared. Men get scared when their wife come home and say, well, I put some life insurance on you tonight, honey. I hope you're okay. You okay? You good? You put life insurance on me. What do you mean about that? So
what do you think? You coming from an American perspective, what do you think, like in your family, like how many people do you think has life insurance, and what's the discussion in your home?
A very few. My mom, she does has life insurance. When we had a big scare, big death in our family, that what made my mom look at a different way. It made everyone look at like, okay, we need to get life insurance, because it was an unexpected death. It came out of nowhere. So it made everyone look at like, oh, we might need to get life insurance but we always in the family, we always stuck together. If someone passed, we always stick together. Everybody take care of it. We don't never have to struggle when it comes to that area. But that's something that we have thought about, everyone in the family, even my brothers, even my mom, my father, everyone.
So in average in your home, would you say you have like 75% insured, 10% insured, 0% insured? Well, not zero because mom has.
Maybe like 25-30%.
That's really low. Yeah. So what about you, Xavier? Please come close to the mic.
Just the house. The whole family.
The whole house?
Yeah, my house, we all got it.
That's awesome.
And, mom break down, hey, this is what's going on, this is how it's going to go down. We'll make an agreement, we'll sign, and we keep it on file.
I love that.
Yeah. My mom, she's really old school. When it comes to all this kind of thing, she's really old cool and she don't play around.
I mean, seeing your mom, I know your mom will be that woman. Yeah. Your mom is that woman that would like cross the T's, dot the I's.
Because I remember one time, I don't know, I was in middle school and she loved her job. And so she had like an insurance. So the insurance came and support her like for a whole year, pay for the car.
That's short-term insurance, yeah.
And so after that, I'm like, yo, mom, who's taking care of you? Like, oh no, I have the insurance through this. I don't know if it was a MasterCard, whatever it was at the time. And she got through it. And she go, hey, this shit really works. So we need to get insurance. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. At the beginning, I was like, well, you're gonna get all that. It's like, we don't need that. We're good. She's like, well, then when she's playing and break it down with me, signed in. It's like, what? They've been life insurance for more than 15 years.
I love that. I love that.
Ain't got nothing happen, but I hope it stay like that for now.
No. See, insurance is called just in case.
Yeah.
I see it's just like a backup or like on the phone. Everybody like freaked out. Oh, my phone died. I don't got nothing. Like it's the same shit. Like somebody died. Like what? You're gonna show up like empty-handed? No. Gotta come with some sort of thing that's like we're gonna do this and learn how to manage. But this day, they're like it's like you said earlier. Most of the time, they just talk about it, but they don't want to go through the fear that they gotta do.
Yeah, yeah. Like I have a community. Like again, I'm an African. I have the Kenyans. When we talk about who do you want to be if you're an African when you come back, apart from being a Nigerian first, I would love to be a Kenyan. You know why? Oh my God, the Kenyans. I don't know any country that has like a togetherness.
Mm-hmm.
These people, they'll come together. They'll raise such. Look, see, a lot of people don't know that Africa is a continent. We're huge. It's a huge continent. A lot of different traditions, different cultures and stuff. And with the kind of blessing that I have, I'm dealing with a lot of them. I see, in the community, somebody dies. So again, apart from buying your life insurance, which I think is better than doing the death insurance where we come together, because the family, the Kenyans, let's give an example about the Kenyans. The Kenyans will come together and the whole church, the community, they all put money together and they raise like 100,000, 200,000. I'm like, what? Even for weddings, for marriages, they do like a wedding, I forget the word they call it, where they come in, they bring a lot of money. These people are happy to give, you get me? Because in their community, if they do it for Solita, they're going to do it for Xavier, they're going to do it for Musa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody does it for each other. So that's a kind of form of insurance. For me, I'll call it side insurance. I won't call it my insurance. That's money that we all got to make. But these people, they come together and they raise funds. Right. You get me? And then they bury their own. So that's another kind of insurance. People tell me like, oh, well, this is what we do in our culture. That is good. But I think that money might not be able to take care of your loved ones, your parents. I mean, how much money? You know what I'm saying? And many of these people, some people in this country, when they die, they're going back home. They're taking the body back home. They're not burying them here. They're like, nope, take me back home. That's what I like about your culture, right? They're burying them wherever.
We don't wait for a minute.
Dude, man, I'm beginning to love this culture, dude.
You guys are welcome.
This is like the simplest culture, man. The Muslim culture. I was in Abuja in December. November, December. It's for one of a friend of my party. One of the biggest, one of the richest guys in Nigeria. I'm not even making it up. They had a party. A person came to pray. 2 seconds. Pray, done.
That's it.
When it dance, do, done. I'm like, damn, these people, man. I'm jealous of this religion, man. There's a lot of beautiful thing about the religion that just, you think about it, the simplicity. There's something very simple about the Muslims' culture. Their culture is beautiful. It's just every culture has they have their own thing. But coming back, run back to life insurance. I say this: my mom gotta have insurance. My dad gotta have insurance. And again, when it comes to brothers and sisters, siblings, in a family of 5, 6, you'll be surprised only one person or two people that do the things. And that person will think like, yeah, if mom dies now, Papa, it's only going to be me. These idiots are going to be looking at me to come do everything. You know what I'm saying? So they end up getting insurance.
It happened a lot.
You know what I'm saying? They end up getting insurance. But in the community, this is something that everyone has to think about. Like, what are the pros and the cons? Musa, don't worry. Nobody gonna kill you, dude.
I don't blame you. You don't want to be sleeping with white out.
Monica giving me the assurance. So right now, I'm gonna think about
Musa was like, dude, I don't want to die. I don't want nobody to kill me for my money. I see that on the news all the time. Every culture. You go to the white communities, Spanish, the African, everybody. Chinese. Everybody kills everybody for something. Something will kill a man or a woman. Something will definitely kill you, whatever it is. But again, let's look again about, I feel like I'm the only one talking too much here, but I just want to get this out. If you look at the percentages of the husband that kills the wife and the wife that kills the husband, it's like it's once in a very tiny bit of times.
That's the one we think death. A lot of people go through divorce just because of greed. People would literally leave you alone just because they want some of your property. It's the same as they know that you have properties. they know you have insurance, they'll leave you. They'll leave you just for, at times people talk.
But that's mostly like if we're talking about America, because in Africa, if a woman, but now things have changed. In Africa, if a husband and wife are divorcing, the wife takes the bag and leaves.
What?
Take your bag and go to your mother's house. She'll be crying, carrying a load. You get me?
Yeah.
But now in Africa, they go to court.
Yes.
Things are changing.
Yes.
Now they're like,
Now they make them go to court.
now they don't, because before, when there's a divorce, it's mostly the women that suffer in Africa.
Yes. You don't
Take your bag and go to your mother's house.
You'll be lucky if they
You
tell
didn't
to
touch
take your
anything.
bag.
Uh-huh.
You'll be lucky.
They'll beat you out.
Throw your little stuff. Nothing. You're not getting anything.
Oh man.
You might not be able to see your kids.
Yeah.
The man, once the man throws you out, everything, including the children, belongs to the man. But it's changing every day.
It is changing, but when it comes to America, you can be married. After 10 years, that's when you start paying alimony and all that good stuff. You just start paying. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you come into the marriage like you go with what you have. You share what you know what I'm saying? But if you're both equally yoked, there's sometimes in the marriage where the women make more money.
Yeah. That's
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right now in America, you see the men shooting the women because you know why? Because the women bringing in the dough.
That's true.
So hello, time have changed. Women are the breadwinners. They're bringing money to the house.
Yeah.
They're working hard. Even in Africa these days, the women go out there and hustle. Some men don't have the strength or the power to do as much as the women does. And sometimes, again, also the men make the money and the women want to sit down and eat the money. I think it's all about greediness. And I think when you're getting married, you need to try to be equally yoked. What do I mean by that? You know what I mean by that? You know what I mean by that? If you guys are in the same place, you're dead because of love.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so true.
You're not going to be sitting there thinking, I'm going to kill Musa for Musa getting $2 million when you're making your own millions of dollars. Why do you want to destroy your life? Why do you want them to investigate your life because of that? So when you're getting married, don't be looking at the big butt or the big boobs or the guy got six-pack. Find somebody that works for you, that you guys are in the same level.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, love has eyes, legs, ears, and everything. If you close your eyes, you suffer. Don't come here and cry to me because I ain't going to listen. So please get life insurance. Do you have life insurance?
Yes, I do.
Yes, baby girl, you're good. And he already has life insurance, and I have life insurance. So 1/4. We did good in this house. Put your hands together for yourself. We did good. Only Musa.
Yeah.
Musa, you're going to get life insurance. Yes or no?
Monica is going to give me life insurance.
Yes, baby. I'm going to get you life insurance.
Because
I want you to have it.
All right. So all set. I'm going to get it.
Amen.
Thanks for having us today.
My sister likes life insurance so much. She has like 2 million here. Dude, I'm gonna be rich when you die. She's like, I ain't dying anytime soon. You know what? I'm gonna get your money. We joke about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all joke about it because we're proud to say what we got. Like I got 2 million. I got this. So I got that. We laugh about it. But when you know your brothers have it, your sisters and everybody have it, we're all happy.
Okay.
We can sleep at night. It will be the less problem. Dad dies. You're not gonna be like, oh God, where's this money gonna come from? No, you have life insurance. It's like $50. It's like $100. But one thing I want you guys to know too is about the age. When it comes to life insurance, it's about your health. And there's different kinds of insurance. In case you guys want to learn from Monica that doesn't really know much, there's whole life and there's term insurance. There's that one where God forbid we get on the plane and the plane blows up. You can get $2 million, but you get it before it expires after 30 years. You know what I'm saying? So we have the one where you pay a big money whole life where it accumulates. As you put in, it saves it for you. You don't lose it, and then you just get it for it depends on it. And some people you just choose the one you want, or you can get both. There's nothing wrong with it. I play with all of them. Girl, listen, man. I don't know. Every time I get on the plane, I think like, damn, what about if I don't come back? Yes, and also think about writing down a will. What do you want in case you're not here? Do you have one, Xavier?
Not yet, but I'm thinking.
Woo! After this, you're gonna get something written down. Even if you don't give it to an attorney, because people might not believe you. When there's a death, Nobody wants to believe what you say, except it's illegal. It's best to do that. Musa, you're thinking deep.
No, I know I've always had, what you call it again, policy. Will. I've always had will.
That's good. That's good.
I've never played with will. Because will saved us when my dad passed on. Everything was easy.
Wow, so your dad must have been a smart guy.
Yeah, but, you know, an old man who, you know, has, you know, he was doing well for himself, into politics, into, you know, security, military and all that. So he knew what he wanted and he probably knew what was coming for him. So he made sure everybody was going to be settled and we all did. That was the only reason why I like, what you call it, will. It was very easy for us. It was a walk in the park. When my dad died, my sisters, my brothers, we all came together. Yeah, it was a huge sum of money we got, but it was peaceful. Regardless of him having other kids outside his marriage. You know, I had siblings, and some of them I only met them when my dad died. And probably I knew they were there. I've heard about them, but I've never seen them.
Did he put them in the will?
Yes, he did.
Oh wow.
He did.
Must have been an upright man.
Yes, he knew what he was doing. So he gave me the sense of will. It was so peaceful. Being a Muslim man and bunch of kids, you would think there was going to be war because he had a lot. You know, my dad was a little bit, he was doing okay for himself at that time. In his community was at least the biggest boy, we'll call them then. So when he died, we thought, you know, the roof was going to drop. But nobody, no nail came out from the roof. Everything was peaceful. So when I started growing up, as soon as I started making my own family, I jumped on it. So I have it. Every year I review it. Some adjustment is being made. We continue.
I don't have a will.
You got
I can't lie to you. I don't have a will.
Oh, no, I do.
I only have life insurance.
But now you have to work on your will.
Now we're going to talk about getting a will. And, you know, my God, you know, I got the letter from, like, you know, the funeral home, sometimes they send you that letter, like, do this. I'm like, damn, I should do this, you know. I show my husband, I was like, oh, my God. Listen, when you say your truth, you're learning from your truth.
That's true.
I ain't gonna tell you anything I don't have. I don't have a will. Every time I want to get on the plane, I'm like, damn, I need to write this thing. Or apart from that, like, I need to tell them where the money's hidden. Before the banks, I say, oh, where's this girl's money or where the properties? Mostly with my husband. You know, my husband is an American. You know, where all the you know, I think it's just important. Like my dad is older. You know, I get a video, something I record, I let daddy talk. You know, my dad says it because you know what? When it comes from the mouth,
it's stronger than anything.
It's the big, you know what I'm saying? Yes. But again, when you don't have like multiple family, like different mothers and stuff like that, it's a little bit easier. Okay. But it's always good for people because it's too important to get that person's will. You know, what is it that you want? Me talking about it, I'm learning and I'm going to go write it down.
Will is good. Will is good. I think I prefer will more than insurance and life insurance, but I'm going to do it. Will is very easy. It tells everybody where this is getting, who is getting what, who was nice to you, who was that child, who was that wasn't that good. You know, it was pretty easy for me when my dad died.
Who gives you, who do you speak to concerning the will? Do we say you keep changing it and who has your will?
My attorney has my will. Uh-huh. Okay, now my attorney works directly with my bank. Oh. So every year, with my own attorney, he reconciles my will. If I've got more property, I'll add it to the will. Okay. If I've sold some property.
Is that in England, in South Africa, or here?
It's in, I still have my wills in Nigeria.
Oh,
I still keep
in Nigeria?
Yes. But I want to have one in America now. You know, America is doing, for me, I want to look into the will. Then my will in South Africa, I have a will too in South Africa, but that will works with my attorney in Nigeria.
So who, apart from your attorney, who else knows about your will?
I'd say my attorney right now.
What about if your attorney doesn't say shit?
No, my attorney has my will in I think because it's called a coffee boss or something. Attorneys put the wills. If anything happened to that attorney, they have a way of, he has a list of people that he has their wills. The bank will contact you. It's called a locked up bank. Or
Please,
whatever.
you need to educate us. Tell us a little bit more. But Xavier, do you know anything about this?
No, it's
It's
really
solicitor, right? Do you know anything about this? I don't know, dude. Can you educate us? So you.
Okay, so now the will was actually introduced to me by my dad.
Okay.
My late dad. When he died, we had peace in sharing his, taking his properties.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say share. We're not waiting for his death, but he helped us to. My family is quite huge. I had siblings, half brothers and sisters here and there. So he made it peaceful. So that gave me the sense of wanting to do the same thing. So when I started growing up, start acquiring properties, I looked for a wheeler. They're called a wheeler. They're like attorneys. They'll write the will, your name, your date of birth. If you have wives, kids, they'll put it there. And you tell them, okay, specifically, this child gets this if I die. This child get that if I die. This woman get this. My wife get this, whoever. Then every year, they will review your will with you. If you have acquired more property, they will list it, including the will. They will add it to the ones you've already acquired, and they will see if there's any adjustment on it. You will now do the adjustment, but you have to do that every 2 years, every year. Then, because I asked the same question the first time, I said, "Sir, what if something happened to you?" My attorney now, he says, "No, I don't have your will. I write the will. Your will is with the bank."
Oh.
The
bank?
Yes. The will is with the bank. The bank is not for one person. It's for a bunch of people. So if anything happened to me, my chambers would give the information to the bank that Musa Idris should be called. His will, this is his will, and this is what he wants. Okay. But they will not transfer the will. They will ask if you want to transfer it to a different attorney or if you want to use the same firm. So my dad actually made it so. It made me love it, so I started going deep into it. Today, all my properties, my hotels, my shopping plazas, all of them, I have will for them.
I'm very happy that I'm listening and learning this. But the question is, I wish I have my sister here. She's an attorney. She does it's going to be there's going to be a part 2 to this discussion.
You got to bring us from air to
air. That's what's up, yo. I like to know because, like every country has their own rules and regulations. I like to know how that works here because if this happens here, I want to get one right away.
Oh, no. When I bought my home here, I did. I got one immediately. When I bought my home here, I contacted a firm in Atlanta, Georgia. And I asked them, I said, listen, I just got a property. I have 4 daughters, but I only live with 2. The lady says to me, I need to come in. They need to see my deed. They need to see my name. Am I the only owner in the property? I told them everything. They said, okay. I came in, I paid about $248 for consultation. So they had my daughter's papers, their date of birth and everything. They just have a list. Then I paid one too. So, but here in America, they said it's every 6 months. You have to review it every 6 months.
Wow, and how much do you pay for that?
You don't pay. You only pay per annum, 1, 2.
Oh, dude, listen, I'm going to get one.
Yes.
I'm going to tell my sister, we're going to find out. Because the thing is that, for real, I mean, we all have assets. You'd be surprised. Your asset that you think is not important, it's important. And hopefully, today we've hit the nail on so many topics.
We will have a way of making people know that property is for you. If somebody want to claim, like we that are Nigerians, one reason too why I started doing will, my dad says, will is an history to you owning a property. You can, every time anybody comes and say, oh, my will has been there, and the will can, because will have your deed, even though it's not the original copy of your title deed, it has your deed, your car papers, the little curtain you bought. So will is just like you having a list of your property too, given to an attorney. So will
well, would that be considered like assets?
Yes.
Because the will is sitting there saying, I give Xavier this, I give. Is that part of it too?
And you can pull people out. You can give your daughter tomorrow. Maybe she becomes something else. You take it out.
I am so happy we're having this discussion.
Yeah.
Xavier, you not learning something?
I'm learning.
Musa is educating us on
Yeah.
something which I don't really know much about. I mean, for real.
Once you start acquiring property, you need a will. Will is very important.
I mean, I have properties.
Yes.
And all I know is that for me in America, I'm like, well, sure, if I die, my husband gets everything. You get me?
Right.
But I told my husband, I rather like, listen, everything we got, you got to give my parents 20% of everything.
Right.
So that they,
Word of mouth is not enough at times. That's why paperwork. Here in America, paper, it's a lot of power if you have those papers. So for me, if you own properties and you said you want to talk about insurance, it's good. But will is real good. It's something that can help your children peacefully.
even if you don't own properties, even if it's 2 things you have in the house,
That's it.
and you want somebody to have it, Xavier, what do you think? Does this happen in DR?
It happen all the time.
Okay, so
We
people,
use-
so
we
people,
use a lot of will down there too.
so people, so do you
Yeah.
have a will like that?
Yeah,
Like
that we say
you go there,
similar,
there's
we say
the same thing.
Same thing.
Wow, I didn't know. Do you know anything about that?
I don't know.
I don't know. See, me and you are in the same boat. No, the question is, I know that you can get wills. You can write them down, but I didn't know about the fact that you have to go there every 2 months, every 6 months, or
No, when you want to do, I did know about that part. You do if you want to add something, you can. You let them know anything. That I do know that part. I
People
was
fight
aware
for
of
your
it.
property,
Yeah.
most especially when you own investment like Monica's insurance. This is a multi-billion dollars company. You got to have a president, vice president when you're no longer there.
yes,
That's
yes,
why our
yes.
great company gives out shares or give out ownership to their kids. You just write a will that in case I'm not there, my daughter has been very smart. She's been taking care of this business, so she should be the president.
Yes.
So
yes.
will covers a lot of stuff.
That's
Yes,
It's
and
not
it-
just
yeah.
We'll
Makes
save
sense,
a lot.
that's true.
We'll save a lot of problems.
Yes.
And a lot of trauma inside the family after
Yes.
the person is died.
People fight
That's how
over
we see it
property.
down there. People fight over property.
Over property.
Like you don't even know how deep this like the power of will has. Cause I'm
Too
home,
much.
I was like, oh no. He said it to me that land's gonna
Yes.
belong to me.
Yes.
And then no. But then if you got that on the will, just nobody can overcome that.
Bro, you can have a good daughter today and a good son. When they grow up, both of them, they are very good. They grow up to be good children. A woman can come into their life and change their life forever. He can get married to somebody, and that woman don't want to see his sister. There's now a problem in the family that they never had. Their mom gets older, she cannot even talk, she dies. Then, oh, your wife wants you to take all the property. Your son says, oh, so we can just peacefully separate all of those shit, and everybody is peaceful.
And when you guys were talking about this, you know what I was thinking about? Like in case something happens to you in a hospital, do you want them to pull the plug? Do you want to fight?
You know they ask
Do you want to keep fighting, or do you want to say, like, listen, don't use me as a guinea thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you don't make those decisions, somebody will make it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they do ask you in the hospitals now if they feel like you about to, a person will come in there and they will ask you if something happens. They will sit there and say, "Do you want this such and such person as your?" They'll make everybody to go out of the room, and they're like, "Who you want to plug? Do you want them to plug, or do you want us to make that decision?"
Yeah, I think
So
I've
they
seen
do
too.
that. They do. And I think it's some kind of, I don't know what the terminology, what they call it, but they do that because they did it with my mother and family members of my family. So I was like, I said, what is that? But they do that though.
I have a friend here. This is a true story. The sister was in somewhere in Maryland or so, and the doctor was like, "Listen, we're done with this girl. We need to unplug the thing." And the girl was like, "Nope,
Right.
we're not unplugging her. We're gonna fight." Every day they come there, they keep getting mad at her, looking at like, "What the hell?" And she kept on just sitting
I
with the
hate when
woman
people do that.
and just keep pushing the woman, touching her, and said, "My sister is not gonna die.
Right.
This girl is gonna make it." Listen, she didn't have anything. That's why. Because if she, I forget the word. Do you know the 6th day this lady came out?
Can you imagine?
Do you know this lady was in a party with us like not long ago?
And
This lady stood her ground like, nope, you're not unplugging this woman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So sometimes if you don't have those kind of people, like somebody that can sign for
Fight
you or
for
talk for you, you're gone. You know.
Yeah, it's
So-
a lot of people that say, I've seen that even in my family.
Yeah.
I've seen people say, you know what, she's suffering. Let her just go. I'm the type of person. I'm like, no, you're not about to unplug.
Dude, I'm gonna write it down. Don't unplug me, dude. But this is one thing I'll say though. This is one thing I'll say. If you take off the machines from me and I'm gone, I'm gone.
Right.
I don't want you to plug me so it can be making me stay alive. But if I am like you're fighting, but if you know there's a heartbeat, I can still do my thing without the machine. Don't ever unplug me. Are you mad? You keep me so because I'm a fight. You get me?
Yeah.
But some people are like, dude, I don't want this shit.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
But some people, their kidneys start failing and everything like that. But somehow, God, it brings them right back.
Mm-hmm.
Your kidneys everything can shut down.
Mm-hmm.
And then people like, you know what? Everything's shut down. Just unplug them. And I've seen this happen. And the next thing you know, everything just start back working again.
Wow.
And then you be like, huh? Stuff, everything was failing.
I wouldn't want to make that decision.
It's a hard decision to make. It's a big, hard decision.
But you know what? When you get to that decision, you will cross it. Because I remember my dad, when he was in that place, when they had to make a decision, it was like, dude, listen, it's 50-50. Oh my God. You think you're not strong until you are put in that situation.
That's true.
And then we do the math like, listen, do it. Mm-hmm. And then the guy sitting here today, we're talking. You could have said, no, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So nobody knows until you get to that place. But in the end, if it happens that we do cross to the other side, it's important that we take care of our loved ones. Mm-hmm. Let's not think about it that, oh, well, I'm dead. What's up? Who cares? You're embarrassing your family, you're embarrassing your children, you're embarrassing those that you claim you love. So getting insurance and helping everybody is the best thing to do. No matter what, no tradition in this world would tell me that it's best not to have insurance.
Okay.
That means, we're doing it. All right. Thank you, guys. We're back in the house. Thank you so much. Yay! Yeah, baby.